Hello friends, I am Anvesha and I welcome all of you to my channel Aspiring Banker Anvesha. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon to get notified for the upcoming videos. In today's video, I have discussed reading comprehension that was asked in 2019 in IBPS Clerk Preliminary Examination. So let's start the video. Ecosystems. Within these natural communities, the animals eat specific diets that connect them together in a food chain. The three diets of animals include creatures that eat only plants, those that eat only meat, and animals that eat both plants and meat. The meaning is that there are many different kinds of animals living in our ecosystem, okay, and within these natural communities, and the thing is the diets that these animals follow are different. Okay, there are some animals that eat only plants, some animals that eat only meat, and there are some animals that eat both plants and meat. Like us, we eat both plants and meat. Okay, can you name one animal that eat only plants? Yes, cows eat only plants. Rabbits eat only plants. Those that eat only meat, tigers, lions eat only meat, and we human beings eat both plants and meat. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Animals that eat only meat are called carnivores. When animals eat both plants and meat, they are called omnivores. So we are all omnivores. Cows and rabbits are herbivores, and lions, tigers are carnivores. The balance of an ecosystem depends on the presence of every type of animal. So if you want to maintain a balance in the ecosystem, you need all these three different kinds of animals. If one type of animal becomes too numerous or scarce, so if any one type, if herbivores, if carnivores or if omnivores become too numerous, which means many, if they become many, or scarce, which means few, if they become few, then the entire balance of the ecosystem will change. Okay, so the balance will get disrupted. Now carnivores will feed on herbivores. So carnivores, feed on means they eat herbivores. Tigers and lions eat cows and rabbits. Omnivores, they also eat omnivores. Okay, so tigers and lions can also eat animals that eat both plants and animals. Like if we go to a forest, if there is a man eating tiger, then the tiger will definitely eat us, and other carnivores in the ecosystems. Okay, so carnivores also eat other carnivores, like your tigers. Tigers can eat wolves, isn't it? Right? So carnivores can also eat other carnivores. A natural community depends on the presence of carnivores to control the populations of other animals. Suppose if there are no tigers, if there are no lions, what will happen? The forest will be full of herbivores, and in that case the herbivorous animals like your deer, giraffe, then your rabbit, cow, then these animals will actually eat away all the plants. So the ecosystem will not be maintained. Large carnivores include wolves and mountain lions. A large carnivores might hunt down large herbivores such as elk and deer. So these are large carnivores and they hunt down, which means they hunt and eat large herbivores like elk and deer. Medium-sized carnivores include hawks and snakes. These are medium-sized. And these animals typically feed on rodents. Rodents means rats. Okay, rodents, birds, eggs, frogs, and insects. So these animals, hawks and snakes, they eat small animals. Okay. Now, examples of small carnivores include some smaller birds and toads. Toads means kind of frogs. Okay. So examples of small carnivores include birds and toads. These carnivores may eat insects and worms. What do frogs eat? Frogs have a long tongue and they eat insects, right? These carnivores may eat only insects and worms. Carnivorous animals have strong jaws. Of course, they have strong jaws because they eat meat, and sharp teeth so that they can tear the meat, right? To enable them to tear and rip prey. Rip means to tear apart. Okay, these animals often have long sharp claws that they also use to tear prey. Okay, so they have long and sharp claws as well. Carnivores depend on sufficient prey in the food chain to give them the food they need. So they depend on prey means shikar, victim. Okay, if the herbivore population or the population of other carnivores declines in an ecosystem, carnivores may not survive. So if the herbivore population decreases or the population of other carnivores decreases, then the carnivores will not survive. With a diet comprised of only plants, herbivores can be surprisingly large animals. So the diet of herbivorous animals is only plants, but then there are herbivorous animals that are very large, and which is a surprising fact. Examples of large herbivores include cows, elk, and buffalo. These animals eat grass, tree bark, aquatic vegetation, and shrubby growth. So this is the diet of these animals. Herbivores can also be medium sized. So medium sized herbivores are also there, like sheep and goats, and they eat shrubby vegetation and grasses. Now they don't eat tree bark or aquatic vegetation. Okay, small herbivores include rabbits, chipmunks, squirrels, and mice. These animals eat grass. These small herbivores eat grass, shrubs, seeds, and nuts. An ecosystem must provide plants to survive herbivores, and many of them spend the majority of their lives eating to stay alive. If plant availability declines, herbivores may not have enough to eat. So herbivores sustain on plants, like, right, they eat only plants. Now if plant availability decreases, then herbivores will not have anything to eat. This could cause a decline in herbivore numbers, and this could cause a decrease in their population, and this will impact the carnivores, because if plants, see how it is interlinked. If the population of plant decreases, if plant availability decreases, then what will happen? Herbivores will not get food. So the population of herbivores will also decrease. And if the population of herbivores decrease, then carnivores will not have animals to eat, because carnivores eat herbivores. Then the population of carnivores will also decrease. Okay, fine. Herbivores usually have special biological systems to digest a variety of different plants. Now their digestive system is of course special, of course different from the carnivores, because they are digesting a variety of different plants. Their teeth have special designs that enable them to rip off the plants and then grind them with the flat molars. Molars are your teeth. Okay. Now, omnivores have an advantage in an ecosystem because their diet is the most diverse. Now, omnivores, these are the animals that are in an advantageous position because they eat both plants and animals. So, their diet is diverse, which means their diet has variety. These animals can vary their diet depending on the food that is most plentiful, sometimes eating plants and other times eating meat. So, whatever is available, these animals will eat that. Herbivores have different digestive systems than omnivores. So omnivores usually cannot eat all the plants that an herbivore can. Yes, can you eat grass? No, you cannot. So omnivores, the digestive system of omnivores is different. Okay, herbivores can digest all kinds of plants, but omnivores cannot. Generally, omnivores eat fruits and vegetables freely, but they can't eat grasses and some grains due to digestive limitations. Just the thing that I told you. Omnivores will hunt both carnivores and herbivores. So omnivores will eat both carnivores and herbivores for meat. So including small mammals, reptiles, and insects. Large omnivores include bears and humans. These are the large omnivores, bears and humans. Medium-sized are raccoons and pigs. Small-sized omnivores are fish and insects such as flies. Omnivore teeth often resemble carnivore teeth. So omnivore teeth are same as carnivore teeth because of the need for tearing meat, because they also tear meat. Omnivores also have flat molars for grinding up food. So the teeth of omnivores are similar to carnivores and also similar to carnivores and also to herbivores. Like carnivores, they have teeth for tearing meat. Also, like herbivores, they have flat molars for grinding up the food. Okay. Now let's come to the questions. A very easy paragraph. Let's come to the questions. Why the balance of the ecosystem depends on each kind of animal. Scarcity or abundance of a single kind can cause disturbance on the ecosystem balance. Carnivores and omnivores should be less in numbers, than herbivores not given in the passage. Specific diets of each kind of animals bring food chain in sync. Okay. And scarcity or abundance of a single kind can cause disturbance in the ecosystem. Let's go to the passage now. Look at this part. The balance of an ecosystem depends on the presence of every type of animal. If one type of animal becomes too numerous or scarce, the entire balance of the ecosystem will change. So your answer is in this line. Okay. So too numerous means what? Too numerous means abundant and scarce. Okay. This one. Or scarce. Okay. So scarcity or abundance of a single kind can cause disturbance in the ecosystem. So your answer is option A. Very easy. Next, how natural community depend upon carnivores. Natural community depend upon carnivores. They feed on grass eating, plant and meat eating animals. They feed on other carnivores. They control populations of other animals. So this means what? How the carnivorous animals are balancing the natural community. Okay. So carnivorous animals feed on grass eating, plant and meat eating animals. This is true. Yes. They feed on other carnivores. This is also true. They control the population of other animals. Yes, this is also true. So option D is the right answer. Next, what is the threat to survival of carnivores? Okay, what is the threat? What is the danger to survival of carnivores? What is the danger? If prey means shikar, victims are less in the food chain, insufficient number of prey. Yes, true. Decline in population of herbivores and other carnivores. Yes. Both A and B, only B, none of the above, both A and B. Option C is the answer. Which of the following statements is or are true about herbivores? Herbivores, their diet include only vegetation. Their survival depends upon abundant plants. A major part of herbivores' life is spent on eating. They have a digestive system suitable to digest diverse kind of plants, all of the above. Okay, let's go to the passage once. Their diet include only vegetation. Vegetation means plants. This is true. Their survival depends on abundant plants. Yes, they eat only plants. So, of course, their survival depend on abundant plants. This is also true. They have a digestive system suitable to digest diverse kind of plants. Yes, they eat plants. So, their digestive system should be able to digest plants. This is also true. Now, what about this? A major part of herbivores' life is spent on eating. Let's go to the paragraph and check. See, an ecosystem must provide dash plants to sustain herbivores, and many of them spend the majority of their lives eating to stay alive. So, from here we can say that this point is also correct. So, answer is all of the above. Okay. Next, why omnivores are said to have an advantage? Why omnivores have advantage? Because their diet is diverse. Yes. Diet depends upon food which is available in plentiful amount. Yes. Okay. Now, if you go to the passage, you can find answer to this question. Here, it was somewhere here. Yes, herbivores have an advantage in an ecosystem because their diet is the most diverse. So, why do they have advantage? Because their diet is the most diverse. And the next point is these animals can vary their diet depending on the food that is most plentiful. So they eat the food that is easily available, that is plentiful. Okay. So that's why they are in an advantage. Okay. So diverse diet depends upon food which is available in plentiful amount. So option B is the correct answer, A and C. Next, which of the following can fill the blank one as given in the passage? Let's go to the passage here. These animals eat grass, shrubs, seeds and nuts. An ecosystem must provide dash plants to sustain herbivores, and many of them spend the majority of their lives eating to stay alive. So herbivores eat a lot. Okay, so ecosystem must provide dash plants to sustain herbivores. Okay, one thing is that plants, this is a noun. So here you need an adjective, and from the sentence you can make this out that ecosystem must provide plenty of plants. Okay, abundant plants. Okay, something of this sort should come in the blank. Okay, so let's go. Largely is an adverb, so this is wrong. Abundant means plentiful, plenty. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Diversity is a noun first of all. So from the parts of speech you can cancel this out. Also diversity means variety. Okay, quite. No, quite cannot be the answer. So the right answer is option B, abundant. Okay. Next, which of the following words is more similar in meaning as balance highlighted in the given passage? Balance. Okay, let's go to the passage and see. Where is it highlighted? Okay, so I forgot to highlight it anyways. Okay, fine. Balance. Balance means balance in the ecosystem. The first line, the first sentence, balance in the ecosystem. I think here, those that eat meat, animals that eat, the balance of an ecosystem depends on the presence. Balance of an ecosystem, this means what can be a similar word to balance in the ecosystem? Affecting means what? To have an effect on something. So this is wrong. Poignant means sad, something that is sad. Okay, so this is an adjective. Poignant is an adjective. Okay, equilibrium is a noun, and equilibrium means balance. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Considerate means someone who considers others. Okay, someone who considers others, which means thoughtful. We can say thoughtful of others. Okay, so this is also an adjective. Fine. So the right answer is option C. Next, which of the following words is the opposite in meaning to the word sufficient? Sufficient means what? Adequate. Okay, so inadequate is the opposite. Ample means what? Plenty. Sufficient. So this can be a synonym. Plenty is a synonym. Enough is a synonym. So option A is the correct answer. Okay, so with this I'll end the session today. I hope you have enjoyed the session. So tomorrow I will discuss the rest of the questions from your previous year paper. Okay, so stay tuned to this channel, and also please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, bye.